This could be us.
So back to what I was saying.
Could be us.
Welcome everybody back to another edition of Weapon H All-in-One Podcast, the Herman Tonya edition. Yeah.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah, I guess you know that should help a little bit. Weapon H is staying on this, just so we know. Before we get started today, make sure you hit those subscribe buttons, hit the notifications so you get that ring every time a new episode is dropped, and definitely make sure you subscribe to the channel. And thank you all for coming in and joining again today. Today we're going to speak about. We saw all over Facebook, Instagram, TikTok that Tracy Edmonds and Deion Sanders split up, and the thing that brought it to my attention was I saw a lot of comments where they said she wasted 15 years of her life being with him because he didn't marry her. And for me, that kind of rang a bell in my head, because I'm sitting here thinking, like, these people, first of all, why is everyone in everyone's business? We're going to start with that. You know what I mean? That's really none of your business.
They're in everyone's business because they're celebrities.
So,
but it makes her seem that she's not worth anything because she wasn't married. And even, I'm referencing my friends Shannon Sharp and Kirk Franklin on that, because single women get a bad rap for not being married. You're 40, 50 years old, and you go to a family reunion and the aunties are like, "What? You're not married yet? What's wrong with you?" That's not right.
And it isn't. And my thing is, but how can you sit up there and say someone wasted 15 years of their life? They were happy together. If you were with someone for 15 years, believe me, you had a lot of happy times together.
It's easier to get out of walking away than being married. And
again, we have to stop making our lives based on marriage. There's a lot of ways. Even if you could still be married without going through this court system. And that's the thing with me. I'm against a lot of the system things, because people were getting married long before they put this system in place where they got to register and do all this stuff. And you're supposed to be together because you're happy to be around each other. You want to be around each other, not because of some piece of paper that tells me you're together. I know I'm together. I don't need nobody to tell me anything. I don't need to ask anybody if I'm going to be with someone either. We're going to be with each other because we want to.
And when it's over, you don't want anyone dictating how it's going to end.
Thank you.
But my aunt is always asking, because she's 80-something years old, and every time she sees you, she wants to know when we're getting married.
She asked that for week one. So that's my girl. I know it's funny, but she does it in more of a comedical sense of way. But a lot of people, she's serious, but she says it comedy, just like they were talking about. Make a joke out of it. You want to get a point across, make a joke out of it. But most people are when you hear from other people, they're trying to tend to be a little bit more stern, so you get a little bit more pushback. With her, she says it in a funny way where we have a nice conversation, a dialogue about it, whether we agree with what she says or not. You have a dialogue about it. That, to me, that's really the biggest key, to be able to have a dialogue about it. Right. Because most people, the tone can set a lot. Like you can say it in a certain tone where now you're going to get pushback. And
so when we first started dating, because I'm sure that comes up with everyone in their conversation. Do you want to get married again? Have you been married? Do you have kids? And I know you were married before. And do you remember when I asked you, would you get married again, what your response was?
I said I wasn't 100%. I wasn't against it, but I was against. I didn't really want to do it in that way.
Right.
So I didn't want to do it in the way that I did it before, but I wasn't against it.
And you're not talking about the wedding. You're talking about marriage, meaning. When you say not doing it before, what does that mean?
Well, no, marriage. Marriage and the system that's placed in front of us.
You were more interested in just having a ceremony just to...
But just for us. We don't need to go to file nothing. I don't need to do all that. I don't have to do all that, y'all. I don't need y'all.
But do you think some people think that doesn't make it serious?
I really don't care, but I mean, yes, I do
Right.
believe that a lot of people think it's not legit because it's not by the court of law and under whatever the case may be. But you actually have you have different religions, you have different ways where, like, for instance, we're going to just bring the Muslim religions where they don't go through the courts for theirs either.
Oh, they don't?
No, they marry under their, their religion. Like they go to the mosque, whatever. They get married under their pretenses and they go there to get divorced. But I just don't feel that I have to ask anything. Some things we have to kind of deal with the system, but there are other things that you don't. And I'm really going to push back against a lot of the stuff that they're doing, and we do it ourselves.
Who's they? Government.
The system, the government system, the state system, the federal system.
System.
Period. Yeah, some people use system, they call it the matrix, whatever you want to call it. I'm against it. Furthermore, I'm doing it my way, our way, and you don't really care who agrees with it or not. You don't have to agree with it, because bottom line, what everyone else thinks is not going to make us happy. It's not going to help our relationship.
I've not been married, but I could say that I've been in some long relationships.
Yeah, relations long, been my marriage, no.
And I don't feel like I wasted my time.
Right.
Right.
Who are they to say you wasted your damn time anyway? Misery is a monster. The people, they not happy.
Passionate about this.
And they're not happy in their stuff, and then they want to try to drag you into. They say, "Oh, you ain't gonna drag me into yours. I'm good." I've been one that's been happy for a long time, and people always wonder, like, how's this guy so happy-go-lucky? There's one, I'm not gonna say I'm always happy, but you're not gonna see it. It's not something
Meaning
I bring
me
out.
or them?
No, people outside.
Oh, the people. Okay.
You don't even see as much of it. Like when I'm
I
down, I won't call. But they don't take me. I'm not down like that
Right.
for long. So when I do have my moments, I just, I don't reach out. I don't communicate with people for a little bit until I get myself. I
Right.
meditate.
Not for days. It's like maybe.
No, it's not. It might be a few hours.
Right. And I could always
hold
tell.
stuff long.
So I give you your space,
Yeah.
in North Carolina, because I'm in New Jersey, so it makes it easy.
Yeah, I get in. I do my meditation. I work through everything,
Right.
and then I'm ready to rock and roll. But it's just. The amount of negativity in the comments was just insane to me. It was really just unfathomable, because I'm like, why are y'all so upset? This woman, because she put 15 years on
She's
her life.
successful.
She's successful. She's successful.
But they
He's
assume that
successful.
that's what she wanted. Did she
Right.
say she wanted to get married?
We don't know.
Right.
That's the whole thing. They don't
People
know
are
what she
so
wanted
opinionated.
about somebody else's life. And half the stuff
Somebody else's life.
and the same thing about it, they'll be opinionated and say all this stuff, and you won't do it. Because it's funny, I'm gonna bring up this situation I saw with Cam Newton and his, he has all his baby mothers, and the one he has now,
How many? He has 3, right?
3 baby mothers, I think like 8 kids, something like that. But
He has
some of the
8
kids
kids.
aren't
2 aren't
biologically
his,
his, right? But the thing is, the last one is this comedian.
Jazzy.
Yeah.
Jasmine.
Yeah, it's Jazz, but I think her
No, I only know
comedian
that
name was
'cause I read on it
Jazzy
this
something.
morning.
Yeah, So Jazzy, I think was her handle. And a lot of her material early on was down in the same kind of women who have a baby by guys who have 2 and 3 kids. Like she would go off on them and have all kind of jokes on how they crazy for doing that. And then you turn around, you got somebody who has 7.
Right, yeah.
And then gonna get on stage and talk about some, a rich man said something and it just make you change your mind. It's like, well, what's any difference between any of them other ones? That's his money. Bottom line, it's his money.
People should never ever say what they shouldn't, that they're never going to do.
Right. And then make almost a whole career off of blasting people doing it, and then you gonna do it.
Yeah.
So it's just, people are out of
Do
control.
you think she'll get married? I don't really care.
I don't really care about that. Unless they do whatever they want. I just found it insane.
Humorous, yeah.
Yeah, insane how all of these negative comments.
He's taking care of his kids, right? I think that's a bit excessive.
Well, I ain't even
but,
talking about
that's
Cam no
not,
more. I'm going back to Dion and Tracy.
Oh.
Like, it's insane the amount of comments. Like, you guys are, like, you really thought, like, you were more upset than she is. It seemed like. I mean, but
I mean,
you can't
I
even
like
be around
Dion,
15
but
years.
you know, he's got some health challenges. So maybe she was like, you know, let me get out right now.
Yeah, and I don't know who. I don't
We don't know anything.
Hey, I don't know who
We're
initiated
not their
or.
friends. We don't know.
But
I'm looking at Dion like, you look like you might cause a lot of money, and have me having to take care of you. So she was like, I'm not married. Let me get on out of this while I can. And again, I don't know, but missing some toes, right?
Yeah. But it's just.
I was watching the reality show. His mama really didn't care for him.
Yeah, maybe that's why his personality is so flamboyant and they want so much love from the outside because he didn't get it. But
do you think, so when I would watch the reality show, his mother, again, it's a reality show, didn't appear to really care for...
She's my inside for reality shows. I don't watch it, but go ahead.
I keep him updated.
Yeah.
His mother didn't appear to really care for Tracy. Do you think that...
Oh, she didn't care for her?
Right, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think you understood what I said.
Yeah, I did. Go ahead.
Does that matter? If your mother doesn't like the woman you're dating, do you think that impacts a man?
It definitely can. It can. It for me, the guy should, he loves who he loves. But I'm not going to discredit, I'm not going to leave, I wouldn't say he should leave her because his mother don't like him, but at the same time, you also need to kind of keep that in your mind.
If your mother didn't like me, would that make a difference?
It wouldn't, but I will have it'll help me keep my ears open though. That's for sure.
Would you ask her why she doesn't like me?
Oh yeah.
Does she like me?
You here, aren't you?
I don't know. Do you have your ear up?
Yeah. Well, I don't have to have my ear up because they actually do like it.
What do you mean actually?
I'm still trying to figure out.
Actually?
I'm still trying to figure out why. But no, they really do like it. And then for the most part, most of my friends too.
For the most part, the actually and the most part is killing me right now. Killing me.
Yeah, I just gotta throw a little something in the game, dog. But no, they all like her.
Me. Huh.
Her. This one. This one sitting here next to me. But
I think you should have that conversation with your mother and see if there's any with her. With any,
you know what? Yeah, that's a good idea.
Valid,
just to kind of
say
see.
like, why don't you like her? Like, Mom, why don't you like my
Oh
girlfriend?
no. I would have that with mother. I'm just saying I'm actually talk with my mother about that situation as far as how, because she's been in a situation where she didn't like one of my brothers, so I should have said that. Cut that out. She didn't like one of mine. We don't do that.
Right.
We don't like, she didn't like one of mine. Yeah, we don't do that. But yeah, so
my tea.
Yeah, you sip some tea on that one. But we done went all left and right. But we coming back. We're coming back to the hatred and all that Dion and Tracy got. And for me, you grew up with children. You have friends. Most women don't even have friends for 15 years. So you with someone for 15 years, that's a lot of good times. You typically are not going to stay with someone that long if it's all bad.
I didn't even know they were together 15 years.
I didn't.
If someone asked, I would have been like, oh, maybe a few years, because she was Babyface, then she was with Eddie Murphy, and then she went to Dion.
Yeah.
So that's a long time.
Yeah.
And do they live together?
I don't know.
Yeah. California doesn't recognize
Common law. Yeah.
Does New Jersey?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think New Jersey does. They're like, I don't think they do either. But they're all. New Jersey got some of the craziest laws anyway. 'Cause I remember when you do the divorce, they're gonna make you wait 18 months before you can do it.
Yes.
Which is insane to me. Like, listen, we just spent years together knowing we don't want to be together no more. You think we want to sit around and wait 18 more months? That just didn't make sense. Well, and then and I'm going to ask questions when I went through my divorce. And I said, so what sense does that make? And they would say, well, they gave you 18 years so you can kind of see if there's still 18 months, I'm sorry, and see if there's a chance that things could be worked out. I said, so none of the last year or so, none of that went to hell had nothing to do with that's good.
Hell.
Yeah, I'm just saying, went straight to hell, you want to, let's give them 18 more months of hell, and then we're gonna give them some more hell after the divorce proceedings. Because we're gonna take everything. Yeah, I'm sure of it. So, so we're just gonna stick it right on to them the whole time. But I mean,
now we see why you don't like the system.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean,
it's
got
because of your past trauma.
No, I actually know how to compartmentalize some of my trauma. I mean, but again, it's one of them situations where it's not trauma, where it's not going to affect me. Like I said, I'm not totally against it again. But
well, I don't think
it's going to do this
though.
It's going to do this though. It's going to make me have my ears open to certain things. But hell, we get. I mean, we're going to leave that for another time. When we start getting into the taxes and all that,
We're affecting your money.
Yeah, establishment. They do stuff. Yeah, they do stuff. Man, so. But yeah, it's just people just, I don't know. I just try to, it's hard for me to understand how people sometimes just, like, why is it, like, I would say about 75% of it was negative. Like, what happened to the positive? Well, they had a good run.
No one said that?
Out. Very little. That's why I say I would say about 75 to 80% was negative. It was a few that was like, why? Well, we had a good percent. A few percentage would say, why is this upsetting y'all like that? Like, it's none of your business, not even your relationship. And then we had a few that was like, how do you guys know things were bad, or they both wanted to be married? So you had some people that would point out, like, maybe they didn't want to be married.
Right.
And if she did, because it's hard for me to imagine her staying around. If she wanted to be married, just staying around for 15 years, I'm gonna keep waiting. That, I mean, it could have happened, but that wouldn't make logical sense for me that I'm just gonna keep waiting.
Right.
Right.
She doesn't seem, she's a powerful businesswoman. I don't think she would, but again, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know this woman at all.
You never know. She may have been one that didn't want to get married. Maybe he wanted to. So we really don't know the dynamics.
But people are speculating that he didn't want to marry her when it could have been she didn't want to marry him.
Yeah. Or they both decided.
Yeah, they both decided, right.
Yeah, we're not going to get married. We're together. They've been working. Look, guess what? They went on about their ways and they're good. Mm-hmm. Both of them are successful.
I mean,
she don't need his money. She don't need him. He don't.
Studies have shown that married men live longer.
Does it? I don't think I have to see those studies.
Yeah, it is.
For me, I think that's when they stuff start falling out.
Women take care of men.
In a good marriage.
Or we'll just say relationship. How about we'll say a healthy relationship? We'll equate that.
I mean,
right.
A healthy marriage. So how many of them are healthy nowadays?
Or relationships.
Or relationship. We gonna clump them all together right now. I mean, more healthy.
I mean, I don't know. I just know that.
We got friends without saying stuff. Well, we ain't gonna say friends. We're gonna say strangers that we see. strangers that we see. We see situations. And how many of them are healthy? A percentage wise. You just throw out a number.
And I know a lot of, I mean, from the outside looking in, mm-hmm. and I hear my friends say, it is hard. And it is hard. Me not being married, even being in long-standing relationship, it is hard.
It is. It definitely can be.
It is, because you
hard
have
living with somebody and knowing that, trying to adjust to their moods and
yep.
the things that they like, you don't like, and because no matter what, you can be close to perfectly made for each other. There's going to be things that you like that they don't like, and there's going to be things they like you don't like.
Right.
How do you deal with that? Relationship is going to come down to, are you able to deal with the things that you don't like about a person?
Right.
Because good things are easy. The things you got to have, that's easy. You walk like clockwork.
Right.
But is there something
and the little things that really annoyed you will magnify once you're together for a long time.
Yeah. And that was funny. Yeah, that's another one that I saw. This couple got into a drag down argument because of how he put the roll of toilet paper on. Like, I like it roll, another I like it roll. But my thing was, when I saw how they went at it, first thing that comes to my mind is, it's more to it than that.
Right.
There's no way in hell.
It's probably a control thing also.
There's no
right?
way in hell that they're gonna have that much bad of an argument over some damn way he put the.
Well, some people are very particular about how they want things.
True.
And I've dated. I've been in a relationship with a man who was very particular about stuff, but wasn't particular about other stuff. It was very odd. But I could see him getting upset about how I put the. He did get upset how I put the toilet paper on. I don't really care about that.
Yeah, it's just not something to argue. Not have no knockdown argument where I'm mad at you.
However, I don't like when you leave the toilet seat up.
Okay, but still, I'm not gonna not speak to you because of it.
Well, right, that's true. Yeah. And I explained to you why you need to put the toilet seat down, because if the toilet seat's up and it's the middle of the night and I sit down, which I have, then my booty is dragging in the water.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm gonna have me a whole knockdown laugh. We might be mad at each other, but it's gonna be funny as hell to me.
Why would you be mad at me?
I'm not mad.
No, but I'm saying, and I wasn't
even... you're gonna be mad. You're probably justified.
Well, I just know when you come, I have to look down and see if the toilet seat's up.
Yeah, well, I try to bring it most of the time, y'all. So, I don't act like I don't take effort. I just some every now and again I forget, especially if it's late at night and I'm slipping out. But I check the toilet when I'm coming at night, though, so I lift it up so I don't pee in the seat. So,
I mean, yeah.
That's what But again, I'm not gonna have it where, like, if it's something she did that like that small and I might like the toilet paper rolling over. I'm not gonna be, if you left it one way or another, I'm not gonna be mad at you and I'm not speaking to you. And to me, that's just dumb. But that's just me. That's too small. I like to pick my battle for something that's worth something. I'm no damn politician. But that's me,
Pick your battles.
Yeah, pick the battles.
Pick your battles.
Make it worth something. That's too small for me. So, again, we're going to finish out. Just, for me, communication key. We got to really, even when we see other people's situations, other celebrities, we just got to stop being so negative. We just got to stop being so negative. We can't automatically jump. The first thing we jump to is the negative side of things. There was a lot of positivity went to that relationship. 15 years. I want to guarantee, but I can pretty much come close to guaranteeing that the vast majority of it was good. If you're with somebody for 15 years, it has to be working on some type of level. So for everyone and for everyone out there that that just has so much negative to say, chances are you probably check yours. Yeah, check yours, because chances are that's coming from something that you've experienced and that's your own trauma. So check yourself first before you start talking about everybody else.
Thank you for joining the Tonya and Herm show.
Make sure you hit those subscribe buttons, hit the like buttons, hit those alerts so you'll come in tune for the next episode that comes out. And thanks again for tuning in. Jeez, now I'm messing with this one here. Tuning in to the Weapon Age All-in-One Podcast, Herm and Tonya edition. Thanks for tuning in.
This could be us.
So back to what I was saying.
Could be us.